Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Sam, aka Color Fusion Crochet, and today we are working on a hexagon cardigan. I have started this one full half already with the sleeve and the cuff, and I am working on the other half. I absolutely love this yarn. I found it at Michael's and it is it is the Karen Blossom Cakes yarn in the color Cabana. And this yarn, you guys, is like so squishy and it's so soft. So that's why I picked it, because I was like, I want to make another cardigan because I had already made one for the season. And I'm like, I want this cardigan to be like a nice, like cozy and like comfy cardigan, like oversized fit. So when I saw this yarn, I'm like, yes, especially because the colors of this yarn are so pretty. It's like fall vibes all around. So we are making this cardigan. I've already started the second half, and this is as far as I got on the second half of the cardigan. And yeah, we're just gonna be kind of talking, chilling out. Like I said, made this cardigan already. It's actually the cardigan by Passionate Goods, the Granny Hexagon cardigan by Passionate Goods. And let me show you guys, I'll show you guys the first one that I made. So this is it. And this colorway is my absolute favorite color. I love teal so much. But look how cute this cardigan turned out, you guys. And I love this pattern because of how like the puffy sleeves are, and it goes down to the cuff, so like the sleeves fit like a little bit oversized. It's really nice. So she did a really good job with this pattern. So now I am working on the second one, and I also bought that same kind of yarn, that ombre yarn, but in purple, and that size is a medium. I am also making this size in a medium as well, and for the purple I am going to be making it in a large. Right now I'm just kind of trying to get my Etsy a little bit fluffed up, so with like winter items, which is why I decided I wanted to make more of these cardigans, because they're just so cute and so cozy. So we have kind of very few clothing listing items on my Etsy, because initially I was making like plushies and everything, and I was selling those on there, but I'm like, man, I kind of want to get back into making wearables, because whenever I started crocheting, I started with making like blankets, and I was making like bags and everything like that. And I got into making amigurumi, and then like I was on that for a very long time, and I still do. I make like a lot of amigurumi. I literally have, and I can show you guys, but I literally have like a tote bag full, and it's like overflowing because I only have done a couple markets since making amigurumi, and I don't know if I want to do any more. I did a few, and let me show you guys this tote bag. Okay, so I have been making away. I need to sell these things. However, it's fine. You know, my Etsy shop, I opened it a couple years ago, and it's been a slow up and coming thing on there. So sales are slow, and it's fine. You know, it gives me some time to figure things out, or it's given me some time to figure things out as far as like logistics with Etsy goes. So just like shipping items out and packaging and things like that. So yeah, it's been a little slow start with my Etsy, and it's fine. I do this because I just really, really enjoy doing it, but I'm like, hey, if I'm gonna be doing this and it's something that I love, like I would love for it to turn into like a full-time thing that I do. So that is definitely my goal for this. But yeah, I've only done a couple markets, and the thing about markets for me is that they are kind of draining in a way. Like, it's nice because you do get to interact with people and, you know, meet other creators when you go to these markets, and that's a really nice thing. But for me, I am just not like a super sociable person. It takes a lot. It drains my social battery. I found that it did when I was doing those markets, and I only did about like, I think I did 3 last year, 3 markets. And it's been hard. I've been saying that I wanted to do another one, and I was gonna do one like in the beginning of the summer, but I decided that I don't know. I don't think that that's the way I wanna go with selling my items. Even though the markets, don't get me wrong, they did very well. Like, I made a lot of sales during my markets. The first market that I did was not when I was here, because I live in Ohio. It was actually in North Carolina. I was there for a year, and that was the first time that I did a market. It was an outdoor market. But I think that not enough word of mouth got around for that market. But although there was like not much foot traffic, I still did pretty well in sales. Like, I had a lot of people coming up to my table and complimenting the items that I had and like my table setup. So it was a really good first experience. And then when I moved back home to Ohio, I did 2 markets here, and they also did very well. I got a lot of compliments on things, and, you know, some feedback, and customers were very nice and even like gave me ideas for things, items that I had at my table. So it's very nice in that aspect of socializing. But like I said, for me, it is just a lot of socializing, and I definitely am more of an introverted person. So like I said, it drains my battery. But I think for me, the way that I want to continue to run my business is to do it through online, like an online shop. So right now, like I said, my shop, it has items as far as plushies go, but now that I've been getting into like making wearable items such as bags and hats and stuff like that, I just want to kind of bulk up the inventory, just so it's like a nicer shopping experience. Okay, so enough about that. My goal today is to finish the other half of this cardigan, at least the second half. So the body with the sleeve and cuff attached, because I'll probably just end up getting to that today. And then I'll have to make or I'll have to connect the 2 pieces and do the lengthening rows whenever I finish work, because I know it's probably going to take me some time to do that, but I also have to work tomorrow and Friday. Today is Wednesday. So I'm going to try my best to get this half done. This hexagon cardigan pattern, like, it's so funny. Like, it it makes you feel really good in the beginning because you can see how quickly it works up. But then as you get towards like making more of the body and the sleeve and everything, and then depending on what size you're making, it's like, dang, am I almost done? Like, how much longer is it gonna be? And like, I am not the most speedy crocheter. Like, I do crochet fast, but I'm not really fast at crocheting. I don't know, maybe, what do you guys think? I don't know, you can see me doing it now, but yeah. I do tend to just like, I do get into a groove, and depending on if I find a really good groove, I can go pretty quickly. But yeah, I just wish that I was like, if I could be super duper fast at this, that'd be amazing. I definitely like this yarn a lot because of the fiber content. So this yarn is actually a cotton and acrylic blend yarn, which I was surprised of. I don't know, I was thinking that it was acrylic. I did not expect it to be a cotton yarn, but at the same time, this yarn is also like a tubular yarn, which is pretty cool because then you don't have to worry about it splitting. So let's see if I can show you guys up close. So this yarn is actually tubular in its structure. It's not a really good view right there, but here you can kind of see that it is like tubular, which is really, really cool. And I think that's why it's like so squishy and like it feels bouncy, because I got the first half done with the cuff as I had shown you earlier, but it doesn't feel as stiff as the that was the Red Heart ombre yarn, the Red Heart Super Saver ombre yarn, and that yarn is like 100% acrylic, so it's kind of stiff. But this yarn, like, look how nice that is. Like, I love it. It moves. It's like soft, cozy. Like, and the colors are amazing. I love all the, and I'm not typically like a browns type of person. Like I don't normally go for the color brown and things, but this one specifically is like super cute, and I can already see this cardigan coming together. Now, my one thing that I don't know, and I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to add length to it, or do I want to leave it cropped like this? Like, it's really, really cute cropped like this, but then in my head, I envisioned it being like a cozy, just like warm, oversized kind of cardigan. So I felt like for that reason I wanted to add length to it, so at least that maybe it hit like down here. But I don't know, I still don't know what to do, but I think I'm gonna go with my original thought and put length on it. So we'll go with probably doing that. This one is already like, I just love how these colors go so well together. Like, look at that. It's so pretty. Yeah, I love this a lot. And the one thing that I will say though about this yarn is, so I made the swatch, and I don't particularly like making swatches, but in order for your project to come out how the creator intended it to be, like, you should really do the swatch. So with this yarn, I did do the swatch a couple times because it actually was not measuring correctly for me. And I'm like, I don't know if it's because of the yarn in particular, or maybe it's just like my tension, but it was not measuring correctly. So the pattern calls for a 6.5, and I actually sized up to a 7 crochet hook. And then even on top of that, I didn't want to size up anymore because I didn't want this to be like super, like a lot of holes in it. So I didn't size up my hook anymore, but then I just had to keep telling myself, okay, maybe my tension is tighter. And for me, like, I feel like I have normal tension, but apparently maybe it might be a tighter tension. And I was like, okay, you have to make sure that you're crocheting a little bit more loose in order for the measurements to match. Now, it still didn't all the way, but that's okay because it was only off like a quarter of an inch or a half an inch. And I was stretching out the yarn. I'm like, I'll make it work. The only thing with that is if it's not exactly measuring up, then for me, like for this size medium in this yarn, I had to make extra rows for the hexagon portion in order for it to measure correctly. And so I guess it makes a difference, even if it is off by like a quarter inch, a half an inch, whatever it is, it does make a difference because then you might have to add extra rows to your project in order for it to measure correctly. So I would say, even though none of us probably like doing gauge swatches, you should, because it really will help you with your project turning out how it needs to be. Oh, and while I was at Michael's, I have been seeing this yarn that initially I thought I was gonna want to make a cardigan out of, but then when I looked at the yarn itself closely, I was like, I don't think I should, because of how thin, even though it's a weight 4 yarn and it's like super soft. I said, I don't think I should, because when I was making a project with a thinner yarn, it took me forever, even though it said that the project itself called for a lightweight yarn. That's what I got, but it just took me forever to finish that project. And so I'll show you guys this yarn, and it's such a beautiful, I bought one skein of it because it's so pretty and I love all of the colors that they had. But this is the phasing yarn, so it's the Karen Cloud Cakes Perfect Phasing yarn. And like I said, it's still, yeah, it's still a weight 4 yarn, but I like, the closer I got to it, I said, I don't know if it's gonna be like the thickness that I need in order to make a cardigan without using so many skeins. So anyway, I still picked one up because I really want to make like, I don't know, something smaller, like maybe a cowl or something, like a scarf, that I think I'm gonna make with this yarn. So yeah, I had to get this. I was eyeing this in the teal color, of course, obviously, because that's my favorite color. And then they had like this really pretty like green color and a purple, but I chose and went with this one. And this is cinnamon. So yeah. And I got the yarn on sale because Michael's was having a sale that day that I went, even though I was not gonna go initially because I said I need to stop buying yarn. But I got ideas and I went anyway, and it was a good thing I did because they were having a sale and the yarn was buy one get one 50% off, and they also had a coupon. And you will learn that I am all about using and finding coupons and getting sales. So yeah, I'm glad that I did go, because then I got these buy one get one. I got these cakes buy one get one half off, and then I got 20% off on top of that because they had a 20% off coupon on top of that. Yeah, so good deals. And one thing that I should probably work on today as well, so a customer had reached out to me like about almost 2 weeks ago now, and they were requesting 3 plushies to be made. So they wanted a bee, a koala, and a mallard duck specifically. So I did make the 2 already. I made the duck and the koala, which they turned out really, really cute. I can show you guys how those turned out. The last thing that I need to make is just the bee, and then I can get those shipped out. So here, I'll show you guys the two that I've made so far. So here is the mallard duck that I made, and this is actually the crochet grove pattern for the mallard duck that I used, and he came out so cute. I just love his little feet. Look how those look. And the yarn that I used, I think this was the Hobie yarn and the color Shamrock, and then I used Premier Parfait Chunky for the rest of the body. So white, they're brown, and then tangerine for the feet, and it came out so adorable. Oh, and then yellow for the bill. And then this was the koala that I made, and it came out so stinking cute. And I actually designed, like, I made those eyes, y'all. You'd be proud of me because they're super cute, the color. And actually, I think they're also temperature regulated, so if it gets really cold, they turn like a light green, so that'll be cool. But anyway, so this koala was made using the pattern from All From Jade's book for the body. And then I wanted to use Sweet Brie Creations. I wanted to use her pattern for the head and the ears and the nose. So I kind of just combined the two and put them together. And then look at the little tail in the back, you guys. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. He's so stinking cute. And I love the ears. So for the ears, they're actually like a little furry. You can see on the camera here, they're kind of furry. And I used Feels Like Bliss. And then I believe this one was Hobie yarn as well, this gray and the black too. So I think it was Hobie Honey Bunny that I used. I'm not exactly sure the color, but they came out so cute. So I got the koala done and I have the duck done. I just need to do the bee. So maybe I'll work on that later today at some point as well and get that finished, so that way I can get it shipped out. And that'll be one less thing to worry about doing. So yeah. Like I said, I still really love doing amigurumi. It's just like, you can do so many things and make so many things with crochet, and I've gotten into more of the wearables as of lately. So that's kind of what I've been into a little bit more. And I don't know, we're gonna see how it does. We'll see how the items sell. On my Etsy, like I said, I'm just trying to fluff it up a little more and get some more selection going so people have a nice shopping experience on there. Okay, so this is just a check-in point. And once again, look at how cute those colors are. We are 11 rows in, and for my size, I need to make 6 more rows. So we've got a bit more to go for the hexagon portion before we move on to the sleeves, but I am hungry and it is 2 o'clock. I need to go eat some lunch, so I'm gonna go do that and then we'll get back to it. And so for today's lunch, we have some leftover Thai food from yesterday. I got it was a new place that I tried. I actually have yet to have any Thai food from like around the city here. So anyway, I got the pad Thai. I think it was tofu. Yep, I eat tofu and it's pretty good. Really, to me, it just tastes like any kind of chicken, or however you season your chicken, it tastes like whatever you season it with. So I like tofu, I eat it. But it was pretty good. So we're gonna reheat this, and then we got some spring rolls to eat as well with it. And we put the egg roll in the air fryer to cook. If you guys don't have an air fryer, you need to get one because it makes your food amazing, especially reheating it. Egg rolls are done and they're crispy, and do not judge me for my pan. I'm gonna have to clean it after this. Looks amazing. Time to eat. So I actually decided that I wanted to just sit for a second in the living room and eat my lunch. And here is the yarn I was telling you guys about earlier. Yes, it is on my coffee table. No, I have not put it away, but isn't it beautiful? All those purple colors. I love it. This is the Red Heart Super Saver ombre yarn, and the color is violet, and it's so pretty, and I cannot wait to make the next color cardigan with that yarn. Okay, I am back, and lunch was pretty good, but then after lunch, so it's been a couple hours because after lunch I had to go and do a little bit of grocery shopping because I did realize that I have to go back to work tomorrow and I don't really have that much food in the house. So I went grocery shopping really quickly and I am back. It is now almost 4:30. So yeah, I ate lunch around 2:30 and now we're getting back to it. So I should be able to get this done by this evening. And the good thing is, like, I can stay up a little bit extra later tonight because I don't have to be at work tomorrow until 11 o'clock. So that is a bonus. And surprisingly, when I went grocery shopping, you guys, I was like shocked. So I usually go to Walmart when I do my grocery shopping. And I don't know if I like caught them on a good day, but everything was like nicely stocked and like blocked. You know how everything's like brought to the front of the aisle so you can see everything on display. Like it looked so nice and neat. I was like shocked because I feel like I haven't seen it like that for a very long time. But yeah, the price of groceries though, that's another conversation because everything is just ridiculously expensive now. And I felt like I didn't get that much stuff. Like I didn't do a full grocery run. I just picked up some things that I needed for like the week and cooking a couple of meals. But even just that, like I spent $85 on what I thought wasn't even a lot of stuff. So it's kind of getting ridiculous, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but hopefully prices start to drop down with like everything, because yeah, it's not cool, not cool. Oh, and I purposely, when I went to Walmart, I purposely skipped the yarn aisle. Usually I'll go just to see like if they updated any of their stock, which the last time I was looking for something in particular, and it was actually the peaches and cream yarn in the color light pink, and every time I went they would never have it stocked. But anyway, that's how I came upon that Red Heart ombre yarn, that beautiful blue color. And yeah, I purposely skipped the yarn aisle today because I was talking with one of my friends, and I have been buying a lot of yarn, and I tend to do this when I get into something like making something new, either like a plushie or just a new pattern in general. Like once I find something that I like to make in that specific yarn, then I tend to buy a lot of it. So because of that, I literally have cotton yarn in all the colors now. I built up a nice little stock because first I was making the bags and then a couple hats, and I was using cotton yarn. So I was buying the Michaels, I think it's just classic cotton yarn, and it's very, very similar to Lily Sugar and Cream cotton yarn. And I did have a couple of skeins of those from a long time ago, which I actually did not really care for back when I picked it out before. And this was maybe about like, I don't know, maybe going on like 2 years now. And I just didn't like the feel or the texture of it. It was kind of rough feeling for me, the Lily Sugar and Cream. But then I got into making these different patterns, and I like grew to like it. And it I like the fact that it holds its structure very well. It's more of a stiffer yarn. Um, so it's good for like bags and hats like that, stuff like that. So yeah, I bought a lot of it, and I currently had to I had to make room on what is like an actual kind of like bookshelf that I have over here, because you guys see behind me I have this whole yarn cabinet full of my chenille yarn for all the amigurumi. So I bought all this cotton yarn and I needed somewhere to put it, so I actually ended up putting it on my little cube bookshelf over here, which is not technically where it's supposed to go. I need to make room. I have not, if you can see up on these shelves, these top shelves, I really haven't touched this yarn in forever. So I feel like what I really need to do is do something with this, whether I just put it away like somewhere else or donate, whatever. I need to do something with these top two shelves, and then probably stick all of the cotton yarn that I have there, so that way it's put away. Okay, so checking in, and we have got the body finished and connected at the shoulders. And once again, I'll say it again, but I love these colors. So we are just going to keep working down the sleeve here and make the cuff, and we will be finished with this. So let's see, I got started when I got back home about 4:30, and it is 6:30. So yeah, we're just gonna keep working away on this, and hopefully we can get it done tonight with the cuff. We should be able to. The sleeves don't really take that long, so I should probably be done with the cuff. I'll give it to about 8 o'clock, so I will check in then and we will see where we are. Okay, so just wanted to do another check-in, and we have added length to our sleeve over here, and next thing that I just need to do is put on the cuffs for this side, and we will be done with the other side of the cardigan. And I think after that I will probably just continue this on Saturday, because it is getting a little bit later in the evening and I still have to make some dinner and go eat and get ready for bed and everything. So it is 7:30, so that only took me an hour to do the sleeve. So yeah, I think we're gonna make it by 8:30 for the cuff, so let's see how we do. Actually, I'm gonna take that back. What I am gonna do is go make some dinner first. So at 7:30, I'm gonna make me some dinner, and then I'll come back and crochet the cuff on to our cardigan, and then that will be it for the night. Okay, I am back, and I had some dinner and I had to feed my dog, and let's see, I watched a little bit of TV, so it's about a little after 8:30 now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on our cuff so we can get this finished before the night ends. I had some really good salmon for dinner, and if you guys have not tried it, you should really try making salmon in the air fryer, because it comes out so freaking good. It's like crispy on the outside and still like tender on the inside, but y'all just gotta try it. And then I actually had like these potatoes that I found at Walmart. Their brand is called Better Goods. I think it's like a newer brand that they've come out with. But I tried these mashed potatoes, which were like kind of weird because they were like, I don't know, like little rectangular shaped, which I was not expecting. But they were in the freezer section, and you just put them in like a microwave safe bowl. You microwave them, and then you add like some milk, and like if you want to like season it some more, you can, or whatever. But I was actually surprised they were pretty good. So I had that with some Brussels sprouts for dinner. Let's see, I think if I can remember, you chain 13. I always do that. It's supposed to be 4.5. I don't know why, you guys. I don't know why I always end up grabbing when I need my 4.5 hook. And it's a good thing these Clover Amours are color coded hooks, basically, because for whatever reason I always grab the 4 instead of the 4.5. And I don't realize it until I pay attention that the color of the handle is purple for the 4, and I need a 4.5. So good thing that they have the colors on it, so you know when you are using the wrong size. There, that's better. Guys, so we got it done. Our second half with our sleeve and our cuff is finished, and it is 9:30, so not bad. I am going to be connecting the two parts, both side panels, the right and left panel. But so here they are. Here's the left side and the right side. Look how gorgeous it looks. I love it, love it, love it. But I am going to connect these when I finish work. So I will be back with you guys on Saturday. Hello, it is Saturday. I am back, and today we're gonna get finished our cardigan. So we're gonna be doing the back panels and then adding length to the bottom of our cardigan. So yeah, let's get started on there. So I have our two sides connected. I started just a little corner of the back of this panel, but we have our right and our, wait, where's the top? Oh, here we go, and our left side done. Yay! So we're getting there, almost done. Shouldn't be too much longer. It is what, a little bit after noon right now, so we should be getting this done by the end of the day today. So let's keep working at it. And I just want to say that I am so proud of myself because I said that I would not be buying any yarn for the month of September, and it is September 6th, and I have bought zero skeins of yarn. So that's really good. And then I just realized, because I saw somebody else's post that said something about Stash Bust September. So look at there. It was just meant to be that I set that goal for myself for September, because it is Stash Bust September, which means we're supposed to be using the yarn we have in our stash. So I will be doing that. And we're gonna see how much yarn we use for September from our stash. And maybe I'll keep track starting with this, I guess, because I think this was one of the first things that I made for the month of September. So I will keep these labels. I'll keep all of the labels for the yarn that I use, and then see how much I go through for September. I think that's a good idea. Bruh. So, yep, here we go. I went all this time I've been doing good, and I have not, or I've caught it before I've gotten too far. And here we are, that I put 4 double crochets in 1 space. So I had got the next row and I just had to frog to go back. That's so aggravating. But we made it this far without doing 4, so we will fix it. Because if I don't fix it, it's going to bother me. And I know it's not that big of a deal, but still, I don't know. It would just bother me personally because I know it's there. Okay, so we are connected and it's looking so cute. Oh my God, it's such a hard decision about whether or not I want to leave it cropped, because I think that, I think it's gonna be cute. Let's see. It'll be cute cropped, but I think I just want it to be like extra cozy, and I feel like it needs length in order to be like extra cozy. So I don't know, but look how cute it is already, even like cropped. Oh my gosh, I love it so much already. But yeah, I think I want it to be nice and cozy, so I think I'm gonna add length to like the hips here. So maybe about like 7 extra rows to it, almost similar to the other cardigan. But I love these colors. The combinations are so cute. And like I said, even cropped, it's adorable. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with adding length to it. So let's add some more rows to the bottom, and then we'll have our border, and then we'll be done.
You humiliated me. I can't believe you couldn't even fix it. Where the hell does he think he's going? He's escaping. He's escaping. What? What sort of people? Shoot. Crow! Captain, I order you to shoot that prisoner. Shoot him! Fire! Crow! Damn it, I'm giving you an order, Captain. Crow! Pull the trigger!
Okay, so I just went ahead and put on a plain tank top, but guys, our cardigan is finished, and I knew I was gonna be obsessed with it, and I don't want to give it away now. I don't want to sell it, but I will post it. But I love how it turned out, and the length of it is like perfect. So here's our try on. Here we go. Ta-da! Yay! We are done. And I added just about like 5 rows, I think, to the bottom. And then I put on the 3 rows of the single crochet border. But guys, look how cute this came out. My favorite part of this cardigan has to be like the puffy sleeves. I think that is like the cutest thing ever. So gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Yes. Okay, so that's gonna conclude this video. I hope you guys liked it. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not, and like this video if you want to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.